Hello, lovely people. I hope we are all fantastico. Anyway, Ricky Gervais Show, Season 2, Episode 10, Leg Rubber. I have been told this is a great one, which incidentally works out awesome because I like watching good stuff. So that's it. That's all. Some of these episodes are weird, and there's some of them, like the one before, I think it was Natural History. I think. Anyway, it's just like some are snips and bits, and it's just like little compilations they're great, but I like more when the discussions go a little longer and it's more, lineal and it makes a little bit more sense. It's hard to find sense with Carl as is. So when it's just snips and bits of pure raw Carlness, it's like, it's whoa. It's a lot. Anyway, let's just freaking hit play. I paused him like, it's like in between a blink and his eyes being open, they just look puffy. Anyway.
With me, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant. Hello. And the little round-headed buffoon, that is Carl Pilkington.
All right. Carl, when was the last time you reminisced?
Well, my mum and dad have been round, haven't they? So been reminiscing a lot.
Yeah.
What were you thinking about?
We're just chatting about Tic Tacs.
One of the great memories, yeah.
Of course. Core memory.
I used to love them.
Yeah.
When I was younger.
Yeah.
My dad got a load of them.
What, this year?
No,
recently?
years ago.
Years ago, right.
Years ago when I loved them. I said, I love Tic Tacs, me.
Yeah.
He met one of his mates.
You didn't nick him from the sweet shop?
No,
that's what
he
you
knew
do.
some mate who could get his hand on a load.
Right.
And he must have
He was a
got
thief.
he must have got about 30 crates of Tic Tacs.
30 crates of Tic Tacs?
Honestly, we'd have about 24 on each crate.
Wow.
We got them, stuck them in a cupboard under the, just in the kitchen in the corner.
Yeah.
Now, I worked my way through about 6 crates. I was quite happy.
When? In how long?
I don't know.
An
in about
hour.
2 weeks, 3 weeks or something.
Wow.
Right.
And then after that, I'm getting sick of these.
Right.
Yeah. You were minty fresh, but you
Yo,
were sick.
lovely fresh breath.
Yeah.
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 But I mean, I haven't got that much more to tell you about it. It's just...
What do you
So
Just
this, sorry, whoa. Bear in mind, this was something he was recently reminiscing with his parents about. They were sat around, and we've already learned up to an hour could go by reminiscing. Sat around for an hour, talking about the
I've
great
already
Tic
run
Tac
out of
saga.
responses. I've got
Yeah.
nothing to say about
No
that.
opinion
I
on
mean,
that.
I was nearly going to say, what do you do with the empty little flicky Tic Tac boxes?
Yeah. But then you realise that that's utterly dull and boring.
Well,
and not
I
of any interest.
was struggling. I don't know what this anecdote is, other than a bloke. Other than you said your dad, I like Tic Tacs, mate. He went, all right, I talked to Albert. Albert, you got Tic Tacs? I've got 30 crates, if that'll do, yeah? Yeah, bring him round. Put him under cupboard. He's got through 12 crates. What's his breath like? Fucking lovely, but he's been sick all over the cunting place. Do you want some more? No, of course we fucking don't.
Oh,
You'll talk about
his
that in a few
mom's
years,
a-
stop the cunting place.
a
Oh, do
sheep.
you want some more? No, of course we fucking don't. You'll talk about that in a few years' time. Of course we will for about a fucking hour.
No.
And then we bring it up in an audio book.
But I think that's how we got onto it, because even though I tried to get rid of a load, I used to give them to mates, take them to school, say, have some Tic Tacs, you can have them for free. We used a load in the cat litter tray.
No,
we
you
did.
didn't.
We did. It
No,
was
you
just
didn't.
ways of getting rid of them.
Jesus Christ.
Sort of freshy smell, isn't it?
Oh my
Jesus
god, I've never seen them
Christ.
animate his head go into that angle. That was beautifully done. Look at that.
Sort of freshy.
Look at that. That's too cute. That is a new Carl Pilkington animated angle, people. Just too cute. Love it.
Sort of freshy smell, isn't it? Yeah. It's the
That's
same sort
amazing.
of condensity in that, isn't it?
Condensity, it is the same condensity.
Similar condensity.
Yeah, so I got rid of them like that. And then the weird thing was, even though I'd got shot of them all, you'd be backing up and you'd always hear one ting its way up the tube.
Sure.
It's tinging its way up the tube. It's tinging its way up the tube. It's tinging its way up the tube. Ding tong, ping pong, it's tinging its way up the tube.
That sounds like something from Willy Wonka.
Oh,
No,
God.
it's just I'm just demonstrating that because that's how many of them there were around the house. You'd drop them, they'd go in every corner and that, like Pac-Man or something. They'd be everywhere. You'd be backing
Amazing.
up, tinging it up.
Sheila's getting married. Hannah gets confetti. Don't buy any confetti. Go to cupboard under stairs.
So yeah, that's a little memory there, isn't it?
It is a
It
little
is.
memory.
No,
It's a really little memory.
The strange Tic Tac house in
No,
Salford.
dude, but okay, wait though, because if it's something, it was clearly significant enough for him to remember for so long, and especially if he just spoke about this with his parents. Like, I have a very freaking similar memory that I probably even shared before, but it's like it's not only deep in my mind, but it's deep in my heart, man, because it was a really cool one. 1 year after Halloween in Target? Yeah, it was Target. After Halloween happens, everything Halloween-y. Well, after any holiday happens, but particularly we were interested in Halloween because my family always really liked like spooky stuff and the Addams Family and those kind of like, you know, Tim Burton-esque things, and Halloween was always our favorite time of year. And I don't know, we always kind of just liked the spooky stuff, especially my mom particularly, not so much my dad, but whatever. And after Halloween passes, everything that they still didn't sell goes on sale. Sure. And I remember it was like the first couple of days after Halloween, November 1st, 2nd, whatever, everything was like 10% off. And this includes candy, by the way. Anything Halloween themed. All right. Well, a couple days later, it's like, all right, well, we still have, Target was like, oh man, we still have a lot of it, 35% off. Oh, well, that's a good deal. All right. And we would go to Target often because we would shop for other stuff. And a little bit later, 50% off. And it got to a point where things were like 2 weeks later, which isn't even a long time later, everything was like 90% off, which is absolutely insane. They were just basically giving stuff away. So my mom, and we still have these boxes to this day, by the way, but my mom bought these huge, oh, you can't see my hands. I hate when I gesture off camera. Whatever, these huge, it doesn't matter. They're huge. Plastic containers. And since it was Halloween themed, they're orange with the black tops. Halloween colors, sure. They're still just right behind this wall. You can't see the wall, you can't see anything. But it's right behind this wall, and there's several of them, and they're just full of crap. So anyway, she bought like 3 or 4 of those. And 2 of them, we're talking big boxes, right? 2 of them, she absolutely filled them to the brim with candy. All of it. It was 90% off. We would go to the shelves and freaking just slide everything off into the shopping cart. Like, it was ridiculous. And she just filled it with everything. Mounds, Twix. Oh, I still miss Twix. I'm going to be old before I eat a Twix again. Anyway, just freaking filled it up. That's how freaking cool she was. And for months, because it was a whole freaking lot of candy, we would just, like, you know, want anything sweet, go to those little boxes. She had it, like, beside her bed, and I had to ask permission so I wouldn't rotten my teeth and all that. Those things you tell children. Anyway, we freaking ate those for months and months and months, and it was just awesome. I always thought my mom was so cool for that. My mom was cool for a lot of things, especially a lot of things Halloween related, but that was, it's like, it's a core, and we talk about it, we remember it, we reminisce about it all the time because it was really cool, and it may be stupid to these 2 guys and maybe to you guys, but it was important to me, and I still remember it, and I will always remember it, especially because the boxes are over there. Anyway, I'm done.
Where everything is made of Tic Tacs.
Wow, that must have been a hell of a time you had with your parents there, and the old Tic Tac
No,
reminiscence.
but it's better. You see, you're saying, oh, what a boring story that is. But when
I
my
see
mum and
you've
dad...
re-gravelled the drive. Yeah, smell it. Suck the drive if you want.
No, but it's different. When my mum and dad are there and they can remember that, and they're going, oh, yeah, the Tic Tac incidents and stuff.
Incident?
What's known as the Tic Tac incident?
Tic Tac
Let us
incident.
never speak of the Tic Tac incident.
I just imagine the clock ticking. There, it's Christmas Day. I go, what are you smiling at? Oh, remember it used to ting up the tube.
You should think about selling this to Hollywood.
Listen, what do you remember then?
What do I remember? That's
Wow.
an amazing thing to
That's
say.
a difficult question to answer.
Yeah, I don't. Nothing at all.
I'm with Carl.
Carl, I
on
know
that
you
one.
like to be kept abreast of all the latest breaking science news. Did you read recently about the blind mice that they have been able to make see again? And hopefully, they're whatever they did, which allowed these mice to be able to see again, they're hoping to be able to do with humans in maybe about 10 years' time, or at least begin tests.
I like.
Extraordinary, isn't it, to be able to humans?
I like how he rubbed his glasses instead of his eyes. He just made his glasses better.
In maybe about 10 years' time.
They went from
Or at least
sunglasses
begin
to.
tests. Extraordinary, isn't it, to be able to? I mean, to be able to cure blindness would be a remarkable achievement in science.
It is, but it's just that thing how they say they've done it on mice and what have you.
Yeah.
If I was blind and I went in for the meeting with the doctor,
Yeah.
and they said, "Do you want yours doing?" And then they said, like, "We've done it on mice." That wouldn't be good enough for me. I'd say, look, when the blind fella gets in, don't say we've done it on mice. Just say we've done this on eyes. Because if he goes, "What eyes?" Just say just a pair of eyes.
Yeah.
As soon as you say
Found 'em in the
mouse's eyes,
dumpster.
it's like, well, it's not the same, and it sort of, it would make me go, "I'll leave it."
Yeah.
I love that
And
little
then
hand.
you wake up and you can see, but you've got very tiny eyes right in the. You've put in mice eyes. I'm scared of cats.
It's just eyes. I think I just don't like having my eyes messed with, and even if I was blind, you know, I wouldn't like it.
Right.
And I think
If you're already completely blind, I understand surgery a lot of things can go wrong, but speaking more of a Carl Pilkington mindset, what do you have to lose? You can't get blinder. I mean, you already can't see. They can't make it worse. Again, speaking from Carl Pilkington's mind. So, you know what? You get what I mean? Like, what the hell, Carl? Why not? What would you have to lose? Him.
mine are more active than most, my eyes.
What do you mean?
Well, I went for a what's her name, Steve. You don't know. I've had problems with my legs.
Oh, Christ almighty.
He's the same. What are you, 33?
He's a
And you
hypochondriac.
talk like you're a 70-year-old man.
Honestly, the slightest thing, he's got time off work for this. We went to the dentist 3 times in 1 week. He goes, now his leg's rubbed 2 times a week for
No,
some
I don't.
reason.
I don't.
In and out of the kidney hospital, and they're going, there's no kidney stone, Mr.
Kidney
Pilkington. He's going,
hospital.
oh, right. Christ almighty, do some fucking work.
No, the thing is, I've been, in the last, 30-odd years, I've been working hard, and I've let my body get run down a bit.
How have you, you're 30, what are you?
30, 33.
Right,
Oh.
33. Sorry to start off with such a hard question. But how have you been working for 30 years?
Well, I just have. I sort of I got on with it.
At 3. At 3.
No, I'm
We
just
didn't
saying.
get on with anything at school, did you? Because you were just pitching about. You weren't working out there.
What was the first job you got? How old were you?
I was 15.
Right, okay, so you've been working for 15 years then.
There
Okay,
you
good,
go.
Yeah, but I
right.
had my paper round when I was 10, didn't I? And that was hard graft. That's why I'm bald and that. Getting up at 4:30. It all adds up, doesn't it? All adds up. So anyway, I kicked my height when I was a kid.
He always says this, like it's a classic story that everyone should know.
Everyone
and
knows,
also
right?
the phrase "kicking my own height."
Yeah.
Explain what you mean.
What?
Just kicked my height when I was a
Kick
kid.
your. No one understands.
You kicked
Carl.
your leg up to the
kicked me
height that
like-
you were at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if
Kicked
you
my
were,
height. It's not a well-known phrase. You can't just
No.
say I kicked my height.
so you were 4.5 foot, and you've put your toe up into the air 4.5 feet by kicking.
Yeah, but I landed on my back.
Right, okay. Imagine seeing that in the
landing.
playground. They go, get Carl Pilkington to kick his height. I bet he falls over like a
It
fucking
wasn't in the
penguin.
playground. My dad got me to do it in the garden.
Brilliant.
But why did
He
you fall
sold
over?
tickets, the neighbours were cracking up.
Why did you fall over? Did you hit
I just
yourself
didn't,
in
I
the
didn't
head?
have kicked the height. I mean, my leg got high up, but I was that chuffed that I got that high. I didn't think of putting my leg down again.
What's it look like? like, what the fuck did that look like?
He's got to think it all through. I thought it was automatic.
Yeah.
In like,
It stayed there.
You sort of stay balanced.
Christ
But you didn't
almighty.
think, well, I'm loving this. This is brilliant, but what should I do now? I got my leg up. I'll just keep it up. Whoa!
It looked like a Hitler salute with his leg. What were you doing?
So anyway, I landed on my back and I did.
What were you doing?
I love when he ignores them. They're completely taking the piss. And so anyway.
Anyway, I landed on my back and
Sure.
and I did some damage, I think.
I think.
And it's because
Definitely.
of that.
You sure you didn't land on your head?
And it's because of that, like all them years and what have you. I've had like a trapped nerve in my leg.
Right.
So I thought, right, now's the time to have it done. Because when you get older, I mean, it was the kidney stone thing. Once you've sort of looked at, death and what have you, it just makes you think, got to start looking after
Do you
your
think you
body.
could die of the slightly bad leg that you've had for 15 years?
Well,
Do you think that'll eventually kill you?
well, it could do if I can't run away from danger quick enough.
Right. Again, you're thinking of Jurassic Park coming true.
Well, whatever then. I'm just saying, you've got
Yeah.
to look after yourself. If there's anyone listening
could
out
always
there
hop.
who's got a problem, get it sorted.
I'll tell you what,
That's all
though,
I'm saying.
if you have to fight off danger and you kick them, put the leg back down immediately after.
So anyway, I went to see this
So
fella
anyway.
to like a professional leg rubber.
A professional leg rubber.
Yeah.
And he sort of said a few things that were quite interesting. Remember that time when we had a chat on the last lot of like podcasts? I said, am I in charge of my brain, or is my brain in charge of me?
Yeah, do you remember what I
Onion.
said? That's the most stupid thing you've ever said.
Yeah, well, listen to this then. So I go and see this leg rubber,
Professional leg rubber, yeah.
right? And he is professional.
Yeah.
Right, so you
Remember, a leg rubber. You haven't said doctor at any
Yeah.
point in this
He's
conversation.
a leg rubber.
So this however profound this is, it came
I was thinking a masseur, not a doctor.
from a man who is self-confessed professionally leg rubbing.
Not just leg.
Does he do
back,
left and right? Or?
back rubbing as well? He does it all.
Masseur.
Right.
So I'm in
Professional
there,
rubber.
and I didn't mention about how I thought my brain was in charge of me and stuff. I'm lying there. He's bending me about and what have you. The first problem he came across is that my nerves aren't long enough for my
Right.
body.
I don't know.
My nerves aren't long enough for your body.
He was lifting my legs up and I was going, right, whoa, stop that a minute, that's hurting that. He's like, what do you mean? He said, I've only got them like just about.
Well, that's your tendons.
No, but your nerves are in your legs as well, and your tendons don't hurt. It's your nerves that kick in. It's your nerves that make you
Well,
go.
yeah,
"That
but they
hurts."
hurt because your tendons are being overstretched.
Well, I'm just telling you what he said. Right, so he lifted the leg up, and I went, right,
Was
stop
this
doing
above a
that.
laundrette, this surgery?
No, it's a proper place. He had like towels and all that on the.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's got towels
Oh,
there.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Definitely a laundrette.
so I'm lying there.
Other people's towels.
He's got towels, underpants, bras.
Halfway through, he said, you haven't got 20p, have you, for the dryer? Okay.
So I'm lying there, and he lifts the leg up,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, that hurts a lot. So he said, oh yeah, short nerves. And I said, what do you mean? He said, your outside of the body is longer than your inside.
Right, he doesn't sound like a doctor. He does not sound like a
The
doctor.
outside of your body's
Yeah.
longer
He
than
didn't
the
say
inside.
doctor at any point. At least
So
here.
he had me lying on my front and what have you, and he was sort of crushing me back.
Right.
And he was going, does that hurt? I said, yeah. It was like 48 quid this as well. Putting me through all this pain and what have you.
Well, you've got some good advice, though.
He said, you're pretty stressed. And I said, yeah. So it's, I've quite a bit of stress in my life. And I explained to him about the kidney stones and that. I said, oh, that's that.
He
probably
went, oh, shut the fuck up.
He probably said that. He said that's where you were probably got a lot of tenseness. And
A lot of tenseness. Is that the phrase he used as a trained professional rubber? Or?
He's a doctor. He's definitely a doctor.
So anyway, he said, do you relax much?
You haven't got any Lenore, have you? I want these sheets to come out nice and soft.
He said, do you, you should learn to meditate or something. He said, because you're all tensed up. We're living in a stressful world, as I tell me about it. So when I was telling him that I have problems relaxing, he said, that you're obviously the sort of person.
Who's gullible enough to spend 46 quid for this hokum?
He said, you're the sort of person whose brain is in charge of them, rather than them being in charge of the brain.
So all you did was you met a person as stupid as you.
No, but I thought it's interesting that this is what he does for a living.
Yeah.
And he picked up, that was the first visit. That's the first. I'd only been there about 22 minutes.
Yeah.
You get half an hour for 48 quid.
Right.
But he picked up on that
Yeah.
within like 15,
No, he saw a
20
right
minutes.
fucking sucker coming. No, he did pick up on that, yeah.
But
Okay,
anyway,
don't go
reason-
to him again.
The reason, I am doing, I've got locked into it. I've got to go at least another 3 times.
Why?
I'm trying
What
to
do
get
you
out of it. I don't know. I didn't realise that you have to have a minimum amount of things. So what I'm saying
I can't
is,
wait. What's the wisdom he's going to come up with next week? That'll be brilliant. I kind of, yeah.
No, but what I'm saying
Your
is,
blood's paranoid.
we were talking.
You've got jealous bones. You're the sort of person whose stomach's hungrier than you. What absolute fucking nonsense.
Yeah.
Do you know, like how we were talking about eyes, weren't we? He said the thing is, you've got to be able to relax, and the way to do it is to focus. Right? He said, so what do you mean? He said, when you go to sleep...
You're the sort of person whose eyes can see further than you can.
He said, when you go to sleep...
Close your eyes and see instead of just leaving them open staring at the ceiling.
Carl, keep breathing.
Yeah, keep breathing. Close your eyes. You're not dead. It may seem like it, but you're not. You're just asleep.
So he said...
Oh, fuck me.
He said, what you've got to do when you go to sleep, focus on your toe. Right?
Okay.
He said, and just think about nothing else. I said...
He's a witch. Did he say you didn't put a toad under the bed?
No, he just said focus on the toe and see how you go on and what have you. Next time you come in, let me know. Anyway, I gave this a go, focusing on the toe.
So what does this mean? You mean you sat in bed staring at your toes?
No, this is it. He said, like, lie down,
Visualising
shut your eyes and sort of look at it, sort of thing. So I was lying there, and it just wasn't working because...
Oh,
Your eyes
Carl,
were closed?
This isn't medicine.
Because I was...
You were
my
thinking of a
eyes-
finger.
Well, no,
He found out he was thinking of someone else's toe. Next day,
doesn't
someone
work.
called up and said, Carl, my toe's better.
no, the problem was I was still using my eyes even though I had them shut.
Oh, God. Just when I think he could never come up with something stupid, he pulls that one out of the bag.
Right, so what does that mean?
Oh, God.
You were still... What does that mean?
I was straining them. I had them shut, but I was sort of looking down at my foot.
You were trying to see through your eyelids at your toe.
Well, I was looking down, so I'm thinking that's where the foot is. Because of that, I was straining them and they were stinging, so I had to pack it in.
I'm going to die. I am going to die.
Why?
I feel like, okay, they changed topic. I kind of want to hear more about that, but I feel like they were laughing so much because I don't remember what episode it was, but when Carl said he saw stuff in his mind or the voice in his head, and they were laughing so much because they didn't have that, and there was this whole thing in the comments. People didn't understand the way I explained it, so people started explaining it to me, but just because they didn't get what I meant. But anyway, people have... It's the inner monologue or the not, whatever. That's the whole thing. And then there's people that can visualize things inside their head, and others that have great difficulty, and others that just can't. And it's just black up there, and they can't visualize or conjure images or anything. So I kind of feel like this is that kind of thing again. I feel like Carl was imagining his toes in his head, and Ricky and Steve can't do that much or that well, and it was just funny to them because it's inconceivable for them. I feel like it was more that kind of thing than the stupidity that just came out of Carl's mouth and, was so laughed at. I feel like it was just miscommunication about different ways of being able to visualize and think and imagine and all that, and it wasn't coming across properly. I want to hope anyway.
Out of interest, though, and this will sound naive. Why don't we? Why, out of interest, though, and this will sound naive. Why don't we remember the very early moments of our lives? Why is it? Is it because it would be too harrowing to remember the point at which we sort of born? Because I don't really remember anything from those first few years. Why is it? Is it just because the brain's not fully formed at that moment?
I don't know.
The memory's not sufficiently developed?
I honestly...
It's got to be trauma, hasn't it? It's the things... Again, we were talking about me being younger, and the youngest I could remember back to was 1978.
How old were you then?
When
were you born?
72.
What,
you
couldn't remember earlier than 6? You can remember back to about 2 or 3, most people.
No way. No way. My mum and dad don't even remember them. Because you're not doing anything. This is what I'm saying.
Mum and Dad don't even remember me then. That's
That's amazing.
Because they pinpoint
They remember
things.
all the Tic Tacs they've ever
Yeah,
eaten.
yeah. I was 6, of course I do. 5, yeah. 4, yeah. 3, no. 2, no.
Because you're not doing anything, are you?
My mum and dad don't even remember
So-
me then.
And it's weird.
I remember must have been about 2 sitting on a potty surrounded by Lego. I remember that. Very strong image I have of that.
No, I don't remember that.
No, you wouldn't remember that,
no,
were you?
no,
Would
you
No,
weren't
you
there.
wouldn't.
Wait, what do you mean? What, you don't remember Steve sitting on a potty surrounded by Lego?
I mean, I can't remember having a potty. I remember having one of them.
I'm not suggesting you have the same
I
memory.
mean, I can't
Ricky's face of horror.
remember having a potty. I remember having one of them.
Ever? Oh my god. Excellent.
I'm not suggesting you have the
You
same
just got
memory.
a fucking litter tray. Now I know why to eat a Tic Tac while you're having a shit.
Okay,
Oh.
so what is your very first memory?
The one that cropped up the other day was having my eyes sort of glued together by.
Gangsters. Where's the fucking Tic Tacs?
No, I was,
lost our truck for you, guys.
when I was on holiday and I slept near the window and the window was open and I used to wake up in the morning with my eyes shut. My mum and dad thought I was having a lovely lie in. I just couldn't open my eyes.
But whoa, I don't understand. Why were they?
I'm gonna burst.
Whoa.
What do you mean?
Why were they glued? Why were they? What do you mean they were glued?
Wait, but why didn't you say, Mum, Dad, I'm not asleep. My eyes are glued together.
It's just that you get a build up on
Yeah.
the eyelashes.
Yeah.
And it all.
When they came in and you could sense them looking
I didn't know
at
they
you.
were there.
That's it. That's
I
the
went
end of
to
that.
what's her name? Harley Street. I went for a checkup. And like a medical. Posh, you know Harley Street. It's like it's
Yeah.
the top doctors, isn't it? I've never been before.
yeah.
All posh buildings and that. Went up to the counter. I said, "May I see the doctor?" They said, "Name, yeah." Give us 10 minutes. Go and wait in the waiting room. Dead posh waiting room. Dead fancy. Big leather furniture and that.
Yep.
Loads of magazines. I mean, like a newsagent's.
Yeah.
In the middle of the room on a table. Loads of them. So I'm looking through, and there's the top quality ones. Your Esquire,
Vague.
GQ, Classy, Yacht Weekly, all that. Country Life, Boys.
Boys.
There's one there, yeah. Boys. What's that? Right, lifted up like the one on top of it, and it's like Boys with a Z.
The music.
Two fellas stood there, looking sort of Italian looking,
Yeah.
Right.
dungarees on.
No shirt though.
No shirt, just dungarees sort of unbuttoned, hanging down a little bit.
Sure.
So no one else is about. I'm never going to buy a magazine like that.
You're going to tell us you looked through a
You
gang
can have a look.
magazine?
I had a little look just because I thought, like I say, it's one
You're always
chance.
looking to learn, aren't you? You're always
One
looking to learn.
Yeah.
Always open. There might have been something in there that I go, right, I get it now. I understand why they like doing that or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
So she said I was going to, 10-minute wait. I can have a quick flick through. Picked it up, had a look. Still none the wiser.
Why?
Well, what did you see when you opened it up?
Just loads of. Like I've said to you before about, I don't know why they like looking at knobs when they've got one of their own.
Right.
There's no
right.
surprises there. You're not going to go. Oh, that's
Sure,
that's
yeah.
nice." Some had like car oil on the face. Knob out.
Yeah.
There was someone sat on like a one of them square things of hay.
Oh, yeah. a
Sat there,
bale.
like
Bale.
sort of sat on it, straddling it.
Yeah. That must have been uncomfortable.
Again, knob out.
Yeah, just looking like
Yeah.
it's normal.
That's
Sort of
crazy.
like
No
that.
farmer walks around like that.
What was the other one? There was motorbike. They always like them.
Yeah.
No, I'm going through and then like the content is all puns.
Right.
Everything was to do with knob.
Right.
That's the only bit they're interested in the
Look at
male body.
Look at this bloke
It's
straddling
not-
this huge throbbing thing. The bike's not bad either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
Loads of them.
Yeah.
It was just cock, just 100%. Like let's just talk about the knob.
That's a good name for a gay magazine.
100% cock.
100% cock.
Did it not at any moment
music
sort of
is
maybe
fabulous.
slightly unnerve you that the doctor might come in and see you reading Boys?
No,
Or-
because I
or
wasn't.
What about if I walked through?
I kind of don't understand why there would be that kind of magazine in a waiting room in a doctor's office, unless it's like a fertility clinic or something like that. But what?
because I remember once when you were in hospital about to have a tube going down your knob, and you were sitting in your pants with stockings on, and I walked through and you were horrified. So what if I'd have walked in then and went,
Yeah,
Carl, what are you
I
doing?
would have just said, look at this. Look at this, it's free.
Oh, that's so
I
it's
said,
free.
why did you bring that with you?
So cute.
No, I would have just said, look, does it look like I brought it with me? Look
Yeah,
at this.
yes, it does.
Well,
Because I've never,
what? So you
because
look
I
at...
would never see, you would never see a gay magazine in a doctor's waiting room. So I think you bought that and pretended that it was there.
That's the thing. I was amazed by that because there was no there was no Mayfair or anything. They just catered for if you wanted a bit of knob action. It was really. I mean, really, I could have complained. So if you're gonna have this, where's a bit of the other?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a bit of this, where's a bit of the other?
I know one of the things that they had, and I thought they're really struggling with ideas. They had a Sukoko.
As in Sudoku.
Yeah.
Sukoko.
Surely Sadico is better.
No, because it was like Sukoko.
Yeah, but it's Dick as well.
Subbico.
Yeah.
What? And it was still a Sudoku style puzzle, but it just had that name.
Yeah. It's just
So
everything.
It was just Sudoku, but called Coco. That's amazing. That is amazing.
Now, if I was gay, do you know
Let's
you
have
say?
a game of Lubo. Let's have a game of Knobopoly.
Noberation.
Noberation.
God.
Let's have a game of chess. Cock.
Little eyebrow.
Let's have a game of fuckaroo.
Well, that works for either sex.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how we spend our
Okay then.
Christmases.
Fuck a poo.
Oh, God.
The endings on these are getting better and better and better. I love them. The little cutoffs are just great. That little animated cutoff. The animation in this one was, I don't know, I feel like it was even better. This was awesome. This was a very good episode. Jeez. Also, when I read and people commenting leg rubber episode is hilarious, I was like, what's leg rubber? I thought it was more a leg made out of rubber. I was very confused. Like, it was a mannequin or a toy. Okay, get it. I just never imagined that a professional leg rubber. I mean, come on, Mandy, duh. Oh, man. These guys are just too freaking fun. There you go. Just if you're in a bad mood or whatever, this is definitely something to watch. Just awesome. Awesome. And see, people are always talking about the XFM podcast and people use them to sleep and stuff. And there's people that know them by, memory and this and that. But the animation adds so much. Like, this isn't, especially with that ending, the cutoff of just Carl being pissed. You don't get that if you're just listening to these. Like, if it's something you say, oh, I want to leave it on in the background and go cook or whatever, just listen to it. You miss so much. It's so cute. The animation is so spot on and well done, and it adds so much to the comedy. It's just awesome. It's one of those things to actually pay attention to. And I freaking love it. Anyway, there you go. Guys, remember, whatever you do, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, I don't know what that was. Pardon me. Anyway, whatever you do, always give 100%, unless you're giving blood. That if you're donating blood, that's not the moment. So there you go. Anyway, just remember that. Anyway. Oh man, thank you to everybody that watches, supports, likes, pledges, members. You guys are all fabulous. Thank you to all of you. You guys are amazing. So, anyway, I am off. Toodles.